oh, hello, butter. Garlic herb butter is also included. You get 10 9-ounce Black Angus Reserve ribeye steaks. And Ray Rastelli is joining us, our own personal butcher. And did I understand the last time we worked together that you said you were approaching your 50th year?
We're coming up on it, David.
You're coming up on
another couple of months, yes.
Another couple of months, and Mr. Rastelli will have been a butcher for now 50 years. It is super exciting to have you back. And since you kicked this off at midnight last night, we've taken orders for how many? Over 10,000 ordered since midnight.
Thank goodness.
Now, these are all individually vacuum sealed, and they all come from the prime rib roast.
They do, yes. And I'm going to show you that in a little bit here.
This is your favorite steak,
It is my favorite steak by far.
Now, it's important to know that you only do the reserve collection on QVC.
Just here.
That means you've aged this meat for 45 days.
45.
It has 2 packets of the roasted garlic herb butter.
That's correct.
Oh, you're going to love that butter.
And that's seasoning.
Cook with it or put it on top. And you also get seasoning.
That's right.
And we have the steak sauce available as a separate purchase, if you want to pick that up. These are juicy, they're tender, and to quote you, your favorite steak.
My favorite steak, and they're big steaks, David. They're the largest ribeye steak we bring. You can see how big this are. This is a David-sized steak, although for a lot of people, this is a steak for 2. But what's really the star
For
of the
me,
show,
it's a steak for 1.
Yes.
But for most people, cut this in half, and then you've got 2 steaks.
That's right. In fact, I'm going to do that here, Dave. I'm going to take this one steak, I'm going to cut it in half, and you know what? I've got an incredible steak dinner for 2, and look at the size of that steak for that steak dinner
for 2. Oh my heaven, look right over here.
It is really
there it is.
I mean, that's a big steak. But what makes this so special, David, is part of a reserve collection, which means only 4% of all cattle are going to actually qualify for this reserve collection. And that means it's highly marbled. It's got lots of marbling. So what makes a great steak? Well, marbling makes it taste good. Marbling gives it that flavor. Marbling gives it that texture, that tenderness. So I want to make sure that every steak and every piece that I cut looks just like this.
Now, if you want yours done a little more, cook it longer. You can always cook it longer, you can't cook it less. So if you want it to be a little more done in the middle, that is completely up to you. Now, the only ribeye today's special value will do for the rest of the year. This is the lowest price per steak on a Rastelli ribeye this year. This is $14.99 per steak. And that's the same price as we did last year. And this is the 6th year running that we've done this today's special value. We are super excited about these, and you get that garlic herb butter, which is so lovely and wonderful. It is. And now, you've melted that on after the fact, yes?
Yes, and I'll show you a few different ways to do that, but the reason I wanted to give you that garlic herb butter is because I want you to have that same great experience that you have at a steakhouse, right? When you go to a great steakhouse, they pull that out of the oven on that sizzle plate, drop that garlic herb butter right on top, and you know what? It's got that incredible texture, incredible flavor, and you can see the real herbs that are in that butter.
I might have picked up my own knife. I didn't wait on Mr. Rastelli to cut me a piece. This is delightful, and just a hint of pink, which is how I like it. Perfect. And tender, and that garlic herb butter Julie said so. I think we need to do the happy dance. There it is, there it is, there it is. Now, this is how it comes shipped to you. You get all of these individually wrapped steaks.
Yes, each one. Individually vacuum packed. And why is that important? Because we lock in all the freshness, keep out the bacteria. I want you to see how thick this steak is. This is a thick steak, right? This is not a very, very thin steak. This is thick, it's 9 ounces. It's been trimmed from end to end, and you're gonna eat from end to end. So if you went to a great steakhouse, David, that's what you would get.
That's what you would get. Now, let me tell you that we have had how many ordered in the show? 500 ordered in this show already. Already 500. And we have 500 customers waiting to place an order. And everybody is loving these, whether you do a one-time shipment or you do auto delivery. Now, if you do auto delivery and you bought this a year ago, your auto delivery is about to run out. Now, it's the same price as last year. We moved heaven and earth to work with the Rastelli team to get the same price. And the same price is a tough thing when you are talking about beef, because beef goes up in price as the summer barbecue season kicks off.
It does, David. And last year, there was about over a 30% increase in beef. So we work with the QVC family and the buyers to make sure that we were able to get the same price for the highest quality ribeye you are going to actually get. But here's where it starts.
This is the butcher block.
Yes.
And Mr. Rastelli has been a butcher for just shy 2 months, or a few
Yes.
months shy.
2 months shy.
Of 50 years.
Yes, and this is what's most important, right? What works in the butcher shop is making sure that we know where our meat comes from, that we understand the ranchers, and they become family. They become people who are raising this for us. So here's where we start. This is a prime rib of beef, right? This is where it starts. This comes into us. It's got to meet our requirements of being that 4% of the top tier, but then it's aged, David, for 45 days. Now, that's a different aging process than anything else, because aging is a natural process where proteins and enzymes break down. It gives you tenderness, it gives you texture, but it gives you a really bold, beefy flavor.
Oh my, these are so good. One of my favorite steaks too. And when you are shopping for a ribeye, you want the quality meat and you want it to be heavily marbled, and this is.
That's right, and I'm going to show you that. But what we do is, David, we take all the fat off it, we take the bone off it, because you can't eat that. You can't even use that, right?
And that stuff is heavy.
It's heavy.
And if it's cut off, then you're only paying for steak meat.
That's right. And then, of course, when we get these beautiful ribeyes, and they've been completely trimmed by the butchers, and we just go ahead and slide that knife right down. Remember, everyone is hand trimmed, everyone is hand cut. I want you to see the inside of that ribeye steak. This is what makes a ribeye steak great. This is why it is my favorite steak. You see the marbling in here? This marbling melts. That melts inside that steak. So all that juiciness that you saw.
Talk slow, Mr. R.
Yes. All that tenderness that you saw, every bite will be juicy, will be tender, but what you're going to get is you're going to get incredibly beefy flavor. Now, the reason it's my favorite steak, and when I go to a restaurant, David, I don't even ask for a menu if I'm at a steakhouse. I just say, I want the ribeye steak. And if it's an Angus, black Angus ribeye steak, I'm going to have the best. But the reserve is only a QVC. It is a whole step and notch above.
Wow. Now, Foodie Fest is going on this weekend.
Yes.
And you have a big booth at the Foodie Fest
We do.
show.
Yep.
And I think we're going to go out and show some tape from Foodie Fest. Now, tell us what we're looking at.
Oh, so we've got lots of giveaways there. Lots of our swag bag. That's our Pinko. We've got people trying our different products. In fact, we've got a brand new product coming up later today, David, which is very different, which people are loving out there. But the nicest part about it is we get to meet you folks. So we've got our our claw game where you can grab and get all kinds of different prizes. So it's one of my favorite days of the year.
I was out in the atrium yesterday because we had Foodie Fest yesterday and today. And I was out in the atrium yesterday and meeting and greeting all the participants and taking pictures, and we were having a big time. Now, Mr. Rastelli and team was kind enough to cater our dinner last night. And boy, was it good. It was surf and turf, and it was everything you love. And it was filet and salmon, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then tonight, Corky's is going to cater. So it's going to be a very, very busy, busy time, and we've got lots of hungry foodies over here. Now, come over here, Mr. R. Now, we have over 500 ordered in this program. I'm sorry, 900? 900 ordered in this show. 900. A moment ago, it was 500. Now it's 900 ordered in this show. If you want to keep a good thing coming every 60 days for 1 year, do auto delivery because it's the same price as last year. And when you do auto delivery, you lock in the price. So all you have to do is turn on the evening news. And are prices going up, or are they going to stay the same? Or are they going to go down? Nope, they're not going to go down. And so this is going to be an opportunity for you to make sure that if that auto delivery is in your budget, grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it, and enjoy all of this. Now, Miss Rachel, we'll invite you to come over and have a little steak.
Hello, Rachel. How are you? Great to see you.
You were mentioning cutting these in half. That's what my sister and I did last night.
Yes.
So I cooked these in the kitchen with David cast iron skillet.
Perfect.
Really easy. 4 minutes on each
That's
side.
it. That's how
and
simple
it was done.
it is. And it is.
I honestly, my meat thermometer broke, so I didn't even have a meat thermometer. Use a meat thermometer, but it was perfect, right? 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Took it off, let it rest.
And if you drop that butter on just when you pull it out, that butter's going to melt right into that steak.
And it absorbs all the
It
great
was so
flavor.
good. And we just sliced it in half. I have to say, her pup was sitting there waiting for anything that we were dropping, but we didn't drop a bite.
And one of the things I love about this steak is this. I'm going to take a fork and just go right through the center of this steak. Look at this. Now, when you can do this with a steak, a ribeye steak, you know you've got the most incredible ribeye steak. So that's what we start with, and that's, of course, what is important for us to be able to give to our QVC family.
It's so juicy, so tender, and so perfect. And you get seasoning and butter.
Yes.
To make a good thing even better.
Oh my goodness, it just melts in your mouth in such a beautiful way. It's that wonderful taste, and then with the seasoning and the butter, it's like layers of flavor.
Now, if you order the immediate ship, it will arrive in time for Father's Day.
Great.
If you order 6/23, it arrives in time for July 4th.
Yes.
And everybody's going to be grilling and chilling and having a big time on both of those holidays.
Yeah.
And if you are thinking, what in the world do I get Dad?
Yeah.
He's the hardest person I have to shop
Yes.
for. This is perfect because it's a gift of food.
Yeah.
And he's going to remember your kindness every time he barbecues
Yeah.
these.
It's
All
amazing.
10 times. Think about that. You've given Dad that gift 10 different times.
That's
Right?
true. That's a really great way to think about it.
Yeah.
When I got my samples,
steal
Mother
another.
Nature wasn't cooperating outside, so I cooked them on top of the stove and they did beautifully.
Yes.
I used a little of your garlic or butter. I put that in the pan and let it melt. And then I cooked the steaks in the butter. Okay, I might have spooned it on top of the steaks as well. This is perfect. Please know that these are going to be juicy and tender no matter what doneness level you go.
That's correct.
I like a little hint of pink in mine.
Yeah.
Some people like it a little more pink, some like them a little less pink. So it all depends on how you like them, and you just cook them the way you want.
Yeah.
That's right. And remember, when you pull it out of off your oven, off your skillet, let it rest for about 5 minutes or so, because it's going to cook about another 10 degrees, right? But this is what you're going to get. You're going to get juiciness. You're going to get tender, and you can see the
If you're not
garlic
careful,
or
it's going to
butter.
cook you in your tummy. Because you're going to probably eat it right away. You're going to want to eat it because it smells so good.
Yeah, it
Yes.
really
Oh,
does.
Word.
I also want to say that I am not someone who usually cooks steak because I'm nervous about it. I can count on one hand, probably the number of times I've actually made steak for myself at my house. I usually go out and have steak when I'm at a restaurant. But last night, it could not have been simpler. I was not nervous because the directions were right there for me. I had defrosted the day before, and I was good to go. In the pan, 4 minutes, and it was perfect. So if you are someone also like me who's a little bit nervous and you
It is
don't
easy.
make steak all the time at home, this one I can say from my personal experience, very, very simple and easy.
And look what you get. You don't get 5, 8, you get 10.
Yep.
10 9-ounce steaks. These are thick, Mr. R.
They are thick. Yes, they are.
I mean, what's the first thing I said to you when we talked about today's special value yesterday?
You said, these are the best ribeye steaks you've brought, and they're nice and thick.
And they're super thick. And you were
Yes.
telling me the reason they are
Yes.
thick is because of the ribeye roast, or
Yes.
the prime rib roast?
So the prime rib roast that you saw we cut these steaks from, we select the smaller ribeye roast so that the steak is thicker when you cut it.
Now, if you apply for and you get approved for a Q card, we instantly take $48 off.
Great.
So it's only $109 and change. This is an extraordinary opportunity. And we moved heaven and earth, did a little backslap and a little arm twisting, and we were able to do the same price as last year.
It's amazing. I'm going to go back to the chat, but for me, this is 20 meals, not 10 meals, because I take half of it. So 20 meals for $149.98 and 20 meals of ribeye steak.
You
I'll
are
take that.
not going
I
to be
will
disappointed.
Absolutely
Yes.
take that. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Rachel.
We are super busy. How many ordered in this show? 1,500? 1,500 in this show alone. For the day now, that brings us over 11,000 for the day. I mean, and if you want to lock in your price on auto delivery, it would be very important that you do that, because a lot of people are worried about barbecue season and all the price hikes that we're hearing about on the news. This is an opportunity for you to make sure that your price stays the same.
Absolutely, and I think that's so important when you think about where the market's gone. To be able to have held this price for a year is a testament to QVC, and I will tell you.
What's a testament to you?
Well, we work so closely with them, but as you think about where the market continues to go, protect yourself on that price, because that's what we made sure we did for you.
And this summer, when everyone is barbecuing, the cost of beef, because the demand will be high,
It'll go.
It naturally goes up.
Yes, it does.
If you go auto delivery, your price stays the same. The same.
That's
I am
right.
not joking. This is your opportunity to lock in that price on auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year, and it's the same price as last year. And if you ordered auto delivery last year, your auto delivery is about to run out, because we do it about the same time.
That's right.
Yeah. So this is an opportunity for you to enjoy the king, what I think is the king of all steaks. I'm with you, Mr. R. I love the ribeye. This is juicy, it's tender, it's always juicy.
It always is, and again, that's that marbling that's inside of that prime rib, that's inside of
Let
our
me find
steak.
my fork, because I think it's over here. Okay. Maybe I'll just go
Here,
and-
you know what,
Oh,
David? I know that you like the decal, and of course,
that's the soft
that's the soft top on top, right?
on the top of the steak.
Yep.
And it's super, I mean, it's even softer. Okay. Hands in the air. Go around in a
There we
circle.
go.
Happy dance, happy dance. Bust it out. Put them all in room,
Yes,
and
and
I took too big a bite.
And a big steak, right? Think about this. I took one steak, I put it on this family salad here, right? So a couple of us are going to eat this because this is a huge steak. Remember, we've trimmed it from end to end.
And that's